Liam, really tough evening here, defeat against Sheffield. Do you think we were given a bit of a rugby league lesson tonight by the Eagles?
No, I couldn't be any more proud of the lads' effort defensively. Absolutely dug in for one another. Backs against the wall, we're up against it from minute one. Obviously Sheffield are a good team and they're good at rugby, but you know we were bang up against it from start to finish in that game, and towards the back end started to lose our heads, and control of the game had completely gone by that point. Just generally there were no control in the game across the board, and we felt the brunt of it, and you know I think we had 24 sets in the full game, which tells the story. Normally you have about 18 to 20 per half, so we were literally camped on our line, defending our try line, and the lads dug in, fought for each other, and to be perfectly honest with you, in terms of possession and things like that, that game should have been 50 or 60. But due to the desire to keep them out on our try line, and effort of working hard together, credit to our lads for keeping that score down, up against all sorts of things that went against us. And yeah, I couldn't be any more proud. There's plenty of stuff we can work on, and there's stuff that we didn't do well at times during the game, but if you're talking about effort and desire, that were there in abundance.
Totally agree. Half time, 10-0 down, like you say, Sheffield had all the possession and all the territory. Was it a good feeling in that changing rooms at half time, wanting to get into that second half?
Yeah, it was a good feeling throughout the game. The lads knew they were on. They knew they were going to dig in for each other and do what it took. And unfortunately, you know, a couple of key areas in the game went against us, and a couple of bits that were out of our control. You know, the areas within our control we will address without a doubt. And a couple of times when we actually did get down in their end, where we didn't get there very often due to a lot of circumstances, and we didn't take advantage when we were there due to a little bit of fatigue. And you know, fatigue is tough to deal with. It makes decision making very, very difficult, and playing difficult when you haven't got your even share of possession. So you know, I can't be overly critical about that. You know, there is things to fix up. From our point of view, we weren't perfect rugby wise, but again, I'm proud of the effort. I'm proud of the desire, and you know, in a game that was not in control from 15-20 minutes onwards, it was pretty loose throughout. I thought we showed some resilience.
There were some moments there which we could have taken advantage of. Adam O'Brien kneeling over in the first half, and then obviously the Ben Cameron and Simby, as well as Zach McCall red cards. What are your thoughts on those, if you can have any?
Yeah, like I said, you know, by the back end there were plenty of heads that had gone, and you know what, you can't justify people losing their heads in your own team, but you can understand the reasons why. And you know, if I had been playing in that game, I think I'd have struggled to keep my composure, and a few others around the people that were watching would have struggled to keep the composure in the circumstances. And you know, we'll have a look at them, and we won't justify them by any means. But yeah, it is what it is.
What can we learn from this game going into another really important game against Edison next week?
Well, we'll learn that we're prepared to defend our try line and show some togetherness, and make sure that we make it very, very difficult for a team to score. Like I've already said, that you know, the amount of possession and field position, that should have been a lot more points against us, but the desire to keep them out and work hard for each other meant we kept the score down a little bit. Would have been nice, obviously, to get a little bit more possession and a little bit more field position, and like I've said again, had we been a little bit more composed in the 2 or 4 sets that we had in Sheffield's half, then we could have built a little bit of momentum. But by the time we got those, the things that were 50-50s that were going against us were taking the toll, and we were playing under massive fatigue for most of the game.
Would that be a message to the fans, kind of keep the faith? Obviously stats can be misleading in rugby league. Those who weren't here tonight, it does seem like a bit of a drubbing, but like you said, there was still no lack of effort in the players' effort tonight.
No, not at all. Look, my message to the fans has been the same all year. Just keep behind us. The lads are trying as hard as they can, and things haven't gone against us, and we haven't been perfect, and we're not making excuses and hiding away from the fact that we haven't been good enough at times. But I'm not putting that down on today. Far from it. The Halifax fans that travelled over here could see the effort and desire to work hard for each other, and they can also see the little bit of imploding towards the back end, and reacting to stuff and sort of losing our heads a little bit. But again, it's not justified, but you can understand it, and I challenge anybody to go out of the field and be up against that much to not actually react and start to lose a little bit of patience, especially when they're under so much fatigue from all the defending we did.
Does defeat tonight make next week's game against Featherstone even more important than it already is?
I don't think so. I think a game against Featherstone, Halifax and Featherstone has been an important game for a long time since Halifax have been in the Championship, and it's never been short of drama and excitement. You know, we're preparing on Tuesday to have a good crack and be ready to put our best foot forward against Featherstone. And yeah, we need to win games, and we're looking at moving ourselves up the table and doing the best we can, and parts of that game today and the togetherness will help that.